Welcome to Championship predictions round 13. And Sam Parkin is a very selfish man. He let me back in a few wins in a row for me, Sam, and you've taken it back immediately after 1 week. But fair play, you had two bang on the nose in a 9-5 win. That's poor from me, isn't it? Coming in with five outcomes and no correct scores. You got Watford 1, Blackburn 0, and you got Sunderland 2, Oxford 0. Although you did send me a bit of a panicky WhatsApp message asking me if
I
I'd
did.
gone 3-3 Norwich Borough. But well done, mate. You are back in front. It's 5-5 in the week on week, but you're 81-78 in the aggregate. Welcome.
Hello, mate. Yep, I thought about it a little bit more intently last week, and I did feel when the results were coming in that I'd done quite well. I'm sure you said maybe last week or this week you said like, "Oh, it's going to be goals in that one." Oh, what the hell of it? I'm going 3-3 or something like that. But it must have been a different game.
Three-game
So I
week,
was
mate. All molds into one, doesn't it?
Yeah, so I was enormously relieved to look back at the predictions and see that I, in fact, had the 2-2. So
Well
I'll
played.
take the point and move on from that. Thank you very much.
Of course, that game wasn't 2-2 at any point during the game, but Sam obviously gets the correct outcome. And get involved. If you get a correct outcome, give yourself 1 point. Correct scoreline, Parkin got 2 last round. 3 points for that. And for a bonus point, if your prediction has got 5 or more goals, we'll give you 4 points. Copy and paste from the description and stick your own predictions in the comments. Sam, Friday night, you're up first. Luton versus West Brom. Good luck.
One of the toughest, I think, this week. I think this could be all three outcomes, clearly. We haven't kicked a ball yet. I mean, I can kind of see in my mind's eye Luton making it horrible. Friday night atmosphere, replicating what they did against Watford. Certainly the performance against Sunderland was good as well. Oh, something just tells me that West Brom might click in this one on telly. I'm going to go for a 2-1 away win, reluctantly, because I'm desperate for Rob Edwards and Luton to turn things around. But I just got a sneaky feeling this could be West Brom's night.
I think it's under 1.5 goals, Sam, but I don't want to play the nil effing nil because I'm going to be covering it on TV. So I need to pick a winner, a 1-0 winner. So I'm going to play tactically because you've taken West Brom. I'll take Luton under 1.5. So that leaves me with nothing, Sam, other than Luton 1, West Brom 0. It's looking like being our mouthwatering matchup, Sam. Blackburn Rovers versus Sheffield United. You got Blackburn bob on at the weekend. Blackburn are brilliant at home. Sheffield United have bounced back. So I'll call it down the middle, hold 2 fingers up and say Blackburn 1, Sheffield United 1.
Yeah, that's what I was going to have. They dropped points to know. Was it Middlesbrough where Sheffield United lost most recently, goal to nil?
Yeah, and Leeds on the Friday.
Yeah, so not in great nick currently away from home. Oh, I think it'll probably be a draw. Do you know what? I'll go for the same outcome that I suggested a few moments ago. I'll go for a 2-1 away United win to turn their fortunes around on the road.
Oxford, Swansea, Sam?
Oxford, Swansea, I'm happy to go with what's gone before. A little bit here, lack of goals for the visitors. Oxford very, very competitive at home. I'll go for it to continue until Luke Williams can find a little bit more of a better formula going forward, or I'm sure their focus will be on how they can improve that department now and obviously when the window opens. But for now, Oxford 2, Swansea 0.
Do you know what I've got in my head? That if I want to call this an Oxford win, but if I do that, we might have to make a public apology if Swansea win. Whereas if I don't, we won't. No public apologies last week on the Championship Check-In podcast, by the way. But that would be a little bit wimpy of me. So I totally agree with your logic, Sam. And I'm going to back Oxford. Low scoring, obviously, with Swansea. Oxford good at home. So I'm going to say Oxford 1, Swansea 0. And I'm up first. Stoke versus Derby. Oh, man. Derby are poor away from home, but brilliant with set plays. So whatever I do, I'm going to give Derby a goal. But I don't trust Stoke, and they're open, which is leading me towards a Desmond. Sam. Stoke 2, Derby 2.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be a bit tighter than that.
Okay.
And I think, there'll be the odd sporadic away victory for Derby this season. And I'm going to go for it
Hello.
here. Yeah, I'm going to go for Stoke 0, Derby 1. Nasty game, settled by a set piece of some
Yeah, I was going
description.
to say, who's heading in from a corner then for Derby to win that one? You're up first, matey. Oh, this is a difficult one. Cardiff versus Norwich. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, both scoring plenty of goals, very entertaining. Probably one of the most entertaining fixtures on paper, given recent form. I will go for exactly what I witnessed at Deepdale the other day. I'll go for Cardiff 2, Norwich 2.
Can I back against Borja Sainz at the moment? No. Can I back against Omar Ritza at the moment? No. I like the Desmond. I mean, you've got to give Norwich a goal straight away for Sainz anyway, haven't you? So they're going to score. Ugh. Okay, let's go silly. If I think it's going to be a draw, I may as well go for the bonus point. Cardiff 3, Norwich 3. It's a bit of a callback to the end of the check-in podcast as well. Hull versus Portsmouth. Oh, Sam, it's going to be a difficult one for Pompey. And I know they've only got one win, but I don't see them getting another one here. And I think Hull are going to win and keep a clean sheet. Oh, I hate myself for doing it. Hull 2, Pompey 0, Sam.
I'll give Pompey a goal, that's for sure. I'm just not sure with the kind of attacking flair that Hull are capable of displaying, whether they'll be able to keep a clean sheet and do something akin to what I predicted Derby to do. I don't think they can at the moment in their current guys. I wouldn't bet against them getting a point, but I think I'll have to agree with you, but just a bit more narrow. 2-1 Hull home win.
Leeds versus Plymouth and their horrible away record, Sam. I think I know where this is going.
Yeah, but I'm going to look into my crystal ball and
Yes.
suggest that Wayne Rooney's going to do something slightly different, albeit I'm a little bit conflicted because they went obviously to some big teams in the Championship, some top teams, and performed admirably and only lost narrowly. So that could feasibly happen again. I'll go for them to maybe set up differently, maybe pose a little bit more of a threat, but still come away defeated. 3-1 Leeds.
I was just looking at the results for Plymouth away from home as you were talking. I was looking for the big ones, and it does go 4-0, 5-0. What comes after 5-0? I'm not going to go there. Has anyone ever predicted a 6-0 on this show? I don't think they have they? I'll wind my neck in a bit, but I've got Leeds comfortably in this one for it to be similar to those games at Cardiff and at Sheffield Wednesday. Leeds 3, Plymouth 0. Middlesbrough v Coventry brings Michael Carrick and Mark Robbins face to face after Robbins did a number on Carrick in the playoff semi-final. They nicked a 1-0 win in this game. I mean, every bit of data tells us Middlesbrough will have a million chances and not win the game because that's what they do. But I think I'm going to back them to win with both teams to score. Borough 2, Cov 1.
Yeah, it feels like it's too early to say that Coventry have turned a corner despite, how impressed I was with them. And they must be feeling better after 4 points in 2 games, albeit it was pretty scrappy at QPR. I just don't think it's going to turn around overnight. I think Middlesbrough are probably a better team right now. So I think I'll back Borough here. Are they going to misfire again? 2-1 would be the safe one, wouldn't it? Do you know what? I'm going to go for 3-2 Borough. I was going to go 1-0, but I just think there's more goals in it than that. And having spoken about the front two, he'll play Sims and Hadji right now from the off and keep them on there and use the other two as impact players. Can't think of his name, the lad they've signed from Belgium, Bennett, is it? And Bissett, sorry, and Thomas Asante. So, I'll go for goals, 3-2.
And that would get Sam a bonus point, and it would also mean a public apology if Coventry can go there and get the win. I'm sure the Cov fans will be there at 5:01 p.m. asking for that in the YouTube comments if that does even happen. Sam, you're up first. Preston versus Bristol City.
Yeah, well, you think of Preston of being kind of low scoring games and, lots of clean sheets, and they certainly have been that until the last couple of games. And they're going through, obviously, a period where they're trying to probably get that balance a little bit better, so where they can be a little bit more creative and a bit more attack minded, especially at deep down. I didn't see that particularly against Norwich. They obviously played a lot of men behind the ball and didn't have much possession. That might change somewhat here. God, that is really difficult. Really difficult. I think they'll get something, Preston. I'm going to go for a 1-1.
Yeah, I like that. And you realise Bristol City have drawn 5 out of their last 6 games. So it feels like a draw is the obvious way to go. You've taken the 1-1, not seeing a Desmond, although Stoke Bristol City was a Desmond, wasn't it? Go on, I'll take it. Preston 2, Bristol City 2, and a 6th draw in 7 for Bristol City. Great to see Liam Manning back to work as well after what's been going on there. QPR versus Sunderland, Sam. We do the predictions like clockwork, and at the moment, like clockwork, I predict Sunderland are going to win every week. So I better do exactly that. Great away from home, aren't they? Nice and tight. So I'm going to give them a clean sheet and a 1-0 win, Sam. QPR 0, Sunderland 1. Should we even give Wilson Isidore the goal, or should we give it to Chris Rigg this week? Pat Roberts, there we go.
This is really difficult. It's really difficult because everything points towards a Sunderland win. Of course,
I like where this is going.
No, I just can't. It's got to stop. Are they significantly better than everyone else? I know they've got a little cushion at the moment, and I'm not underplaying what an amazing start to the season it's been. And obviously, when I've watched them, they are so easy on the eye. It's got to run out at some point, isn't it? The consistency. I'm going to go for a.
What are you doing?
I'm going to go for a goalless draw.
Okay.
I don't know why, and I don't feel particularly strong on it. I'm just thinking they drew 0-0 with Burnley the other day. QPR, they're not scoring. Sunderland are good and have shown away from home that they can win, rolling their sleeves up and not having to play the glittering football that we know they're capable of. So I'm just going to go for QPR to build in blocks and cancel Sunderland out here.
Let me know in the comments if you, like me, think there's a subtext in Parkin's words there. He thinks QPR might actually win that one, doesn't he? But didn't want to go all in, hey? You're going to go all in on Sheffield Wednesday versus Watford, Sam?
Yeah, and this isn't based on what I saw on Friday because I thought they were very underwhelming for 45 minutes. I thought actually I was going to touch on this on the check-in. I didn't get round to it. But Danny Roll made 2 bold substitutions at half-time. I thought Valerie, who came on his position on the right-hand side, he was really high. And Windass, Lowe and Smith were just closer together in the second period. And they just controlled the ball and all the game was in Portsmouth's half. So tactically, I think Danny Rowe is one of the best. And at Hillsborough, and given Watford's away record, there's no reason, despite not thinking that they were a brilliant side, I'd still back them and back them quite heavily here. I'll go for Sheffield Wednesday to beat Watford by 2-0, considering the Hornets are pretty desperate away form.
Yeah, I'm going to do exactly the same. And it's pretty much all based on Watford's away form. They're brilliant at home, Watford, and they're not good away. There's a few teams like that, Derby and Plymouth, Blackburn as well. And Watford are certainly one of them. So you've taken the 2-0. Watford are good for a goal, aren't they? Sheffield Wednesday 2, Watford 1, which leaves me with Millwall versus Burnley to round it out. Surely Zian Fleming is going to score in this game, isn't he? We've got to give him a goal. But Millwall are in pretty decent feckle, and Burnley I feel a little bit misfiery. So I'm going to give Burnley the Fleming goal, but I'll give Millwall a goal as well and play my second 1-1.
Yeah, I quite like that. I mean, Burnley are just not fully clicking, are they? I think that's fair
No.
to say. Whether they will or not, or I'm loath to kind of criticise Parker because of his past record, and I feel like he's kind of an easy target at times because it's not, in probably, I suppose, where he is now, it's not similar to how Company's Burnley played, and it's going to look very different this season, but he still gets the job done, which is ultimately the aim when he's handed the keys to a new job. So I'm not someone that, fully on board with the criticism that he gets. I think Millwall, as cliched as it is, they look forward to these games. I thought they were good against Argyle, very good, better than the scoreline. Actually, there should have been more distance between the two. I'll take a 2-2. A lot of draws here, but I'll take a 2-2. I don't think there's going to be much between these two.
Well, to be fair, someone will come back with the stats for us, but there was a massive, like 5 draws in 7 in midweek, and there was plenty of the
Tuesday
week.
night, that was 5 and
Yeah,
7 on the Tuesday night because I had them come up. I was doing a game. I saw
crazy.
them come up on the screen. Yeah.
So you're not necessarily barking up the wrong tree there, Sam. We hope you lot are barking up the right tree in the comments with your own predictions. Score yourself and flag it up, guys. If you get more than double figures, it's worth flagging up, and we'll pin the comment. Sam, I can't pin any comments though where it tells me it's been edited. Even if you just corrected your spelling, we cannot assume that you haven't cheated and rejigged your predictions after the fact there to make them all correct. I don't like this feeling, Sam. I feel fairly confident this week. I feel like I'm going to beat you, which means you're probably going to absolutely batter me.
Yeah, that list didn't feel as daunting as it has done.
No,
I think it's
you feel
been
the same.
the fixture computer on the previous weekend and this one a
Horrible.
little bit more. I feel a little bit more comfortable. So hopefully we'll start racking up some nice scores. Famous last words.
And let's hopefully see a bonus point there. We got Parkin's got Middlesbrough 3, Coventry 2. I've got Cardiff 3, Norwich 3. It'd be nice if let's play nicely, and be nice if both of those come in for our bonus points. So get involved in the comments, and remember we're going 3-game week again the following week, so you won't get a Championship check-in podcast on Monday, but you will get some predictions from us, and we'd love you to play along, and we will see you then.